Hello friends, welcome back to your favorite channel, Trading Technicals. Now this has been the topic of discussion for some time with some of the students, some of the friends, and the people whom I know. Staying in this, or working in the stock market, and this is a very common phenomena, or this is a very common problem, which everybody kind of working out today. And everybody asked me one question: why is that I'm making losses? Okay. uh, Now there could be multiple reasons. Okay. I just took it few common reasons why people are still making losses. People kind of get into some kind of trade. Some certain places they say there are stop loss hunting which is happening. The stop losses are hitting. To an extent, yeah, there is some possibility of stop loss hunting. Some certain stocks are there, but not every time it happens that your stop losses are getting hit because of somebody's hunting it. Okay, it could be a wrong analysis also. So somewhere we are not taking the responsibility of our own trades or whatever we are taking. Now, it is not it is not somebody is coming and telling you, no, you have to trade on this particular thing, but it is basically you take a trade on your own, on your own decisions, or you take your own decisions. It's not something somebody has pushed you or somebody has made you compulsorily take that trade. So the responsibility lies with you. It is not somebody else. Okay. uh, so let's understand what are the things which we were just discussing some time back. Profit and losses part of the game. Is it really a profit and losses a part of the game? Most of the time, if you go and ask yourself, you would be in only losses. Just go and somebody is using Zerodha or some other brokerages. Just go and analyze your monthly trade. Okay, monthly profit and loss, and just analyze for last 1 year. Is it really you made any money out of this market? Okay. So when we make losses, we say profit and losses are part of our game. But if it is a game, the maximum we lose, the maximum chances that we will be out of this market. The maximum we gain, either you have a high on confidence kind of thing, or sometimes overconfidence, and sometimes the profits are small and losses are big. Okay, so this analysis is really important for us to understand: is it really profit and losses is part of it? So yes, profits and losses, you cannot have all the time profits in your kitty, but the losses should be minimal. So if I take a 10 trades, my losses should be max to max 3, not more than that. But and in that 3 also, my losses, if at all my risk reward is 1 is to 3. If I gain 7 trades on maybe 3 kind of 3 rupees I earn, so it will be 21 rupees, and I'll lose 3 trades which is 1 rupee, which I will lose only 3 rupees. So my overall profit for the month should be around 18 rupees. But the problem, I'll tell you, a simple and very common issue: we trade, we don't know what is a risk reward. Okay, but we just want to enter into that particular trade and take that trade. Okay, now my profits could be 1,000 rupees, and my losses will be 8,000 rupees or 9,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees or somewhere big. So the problem, what happens is, most of the people lose out that particular thing and they get out of market thinking it is not for them. But somewhere this analysis is important, guys. You need to go back, understand why the profits and losses, what went wrong, what went right. Okay, all this analysis is really required to to start trading on your own. You start trading with the confidence. This analysis is really important. Okay, now there are multiple things people have spoken. Lots of big people, in the stock market, the big writers have spoken about it. It's like, this is my last trade of my life. Okay, because tomorrow either my life is gonna end or the stock market is gonna stop. Is it really? I don't think so. I feel, every trade we take, oh, this is like an awesome trade. I need to kind of, trade on this particular thing at any cost, whatever it is. This today I have to make 10,000 rupees. Today I have to make 50,000 rupees. Today I have to make 1 lakh rupees or 1 crore, whatever it is. But is it really important to trade on that particular day? Is it really important to take that particular trade? And if you don't have anything, okay, if your risk reward is not in your favor, if your things are not in your favor, how is that, you will kind of make money out of it? Just because I want to take something, there are lots of people who will keep on asking me this question: anything to trade? Because sometimes there might be a market which is not suitable for trading at all. Okay, and there are lots of big wolves, sitting in the stock market, just waiting for you to make that mistake. What are we doing? We are actually falling prey for that particular thing. In that sideways market also, to play for that 1 rupee or 2 rupee or 5 rupee trade, we risk 20 points, 25 points. These are the kind of things which we generally play with. Now, is it really important? Is it really required at that particular time? Can we avoid these particular things in our daily trades? It is really important for you guys to understand. This is not the last day of your life. This is not the last day of the stock market. Stock market will be there tomorrow. Stock market will be there day after tomorrow. Stock market will be there for ages, even if we are there or not there. Okay, so please understand, don't trade on something which is, just because I want to trade, I'm trading it. Okay, so this is really important for you guys. Now this is my favorite one. Okay, homework, is it really required? Now, most of us, we have got into one frame of mind. Okay, most of the people in the stock market, people say 95% people are losing, 89%, I don't know what analysis is that. Okay, I see everywhere people are only losing. Why? Now if you see Telegram itself, you'll have hundreds of channels talking about what call to be taken, how that call is important, how that is working, why it is, you know the person is making, kind of 10,000 rupees daily. Make 10,000 rupees, make 15,000, make 20,000 rupees daily. Investment is only 10,000 rupees. Is it really possible to, from 5,000 rupees every day you make 10,000 rupees? It is not. The problem is we are following somebody else. We blindly follow. Okay, and I keep on telling this. Okay, whatever things which I'm mentioning, you don't require to take that particular thing as it is blindly. Okay, I especially believe in one thing. See, in my past, I have taken, the paid services from the people. Okay, now I never traded on their, calls what they need. Okay, I've taken it from really good guys. Okay. They were giving generally, decent profits on a daily basis, whatever calls I've seen. But my problem was, I did not pay them to take their calls or to make money off their calls. Okay, I was part of at least some hundreds of channels on Telegram. I was part of some, YouTubes, some online, books, stores, whatever possible things. My only intention was to learn. But the problem today is nobody wants to learn. Everybody wants to get into a thing which is ready-made thing. I just plug in and play kind of thing. Okay, so somebody gives me, okay, buy this at 10 rupees and sell it at 15 rupees, or my stop loss is 5 rupees. I will blindly take it. Now end of the month or end of the year or end of the day, you just realize how many trades you have taken on that and how much money you actually made out of it. So most of the times, most of these channels and the calls which are given, you might be hitting the stop losses. Okay, now either you are not understood the logic behind why the call is given. See, in the stock market nobody is 100% correct. I am not correct. Okay, I cannot be 100% correct. I give my views, sometimes it goes completely haywire, because it's all, everybody's psychology is different. Whatever, say 80% 90% of people thinking, exactly the reverse will happen, because that is where the money can be made in the stock market by the big people, or the big, you know people with a brilliant mind. Okay, because they understand the psychology. Okay, and lots of times this psychology reflects on your charts. Okay, so that is where technical analysis has been given such an importance, that everybody talks about it. Why technical analysis is required. Now technical analysis is required for you guys to understand whenever the big person, or big entity or big organization is actually trying to take some position. They will not be buying in one lot and just playing with that. They accumulate in a small bits pieces, because not everything gets reported as a bulk deal. Okay, there are lots of times the small things which will get accumulated, and all these things, it will be on your charts. There will be some kind of hints which will be there in your charts. If you pick it up correctly, your day is done. Okay, what is that we need? We just need one successful day to end with 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, whatever is your risk appetite. You risk it and you take it. So that's how it is. So that's what we want to earn, every day. The intention or the reality, for us is we are not able to make that consistently. But if you do a proper homework, okay, if you start studying your charts properly, if you start learning what is there in the charts, different time frames, different things, okay, and if you know a proper thing that yes, this is my stop loss, this is my target. Okay, I have seen, the best of the best traders, okay, they only do the homework. Okay, and when they put that order, you would not believe. You just, probably someday, I will try to introduce those people to you guys. That the time they take a trade, they're so perfectionist that, even 5 paisa up and down, they will not buy that stock. They will have a limit order which is set at that particular place. They will buy it. Okay, and they will not be watching the the charts or the things which is there every minute. They will not be watching that particular thing. So what is happening here is, basically, if you have a proper system in place, if you have a proper analysis, if you're doing the proper homework, okay, maybe it is half an hour, 1 hour, whatever it is, after the market ends, you do that analysis for the next day. You know where exactly your stop loss, okay, and what exactly the trend is there. Sometimes seeing that particular thing in a live market may not be is so easy to analyze that particular thing and take a trade in a minute and start working on it. So if you have a proper analysis, when you know, okay, this is the level, if it is coming, then I have to watch for a resistance, I have to watch for a support, what kind of price action which is shown on that particular level. And if you have those particular things, it will really help you. Okay, so certain charts which I have been sharing for your own education purpose, you can do your further analysis on it. Okay, I might be wrong, as I said earlier, I might be wrong, you might have a different perspective to it. Okay, so not every chart which I am sharing will go as per that particular thing, but generally there will be a respect on certain supports and resistances, and if you look at it, it can really give you good money than trading on everything. Now the problem is lots of people come to the stock market on the next day, and without any preparation just wait for somebody to give that call, and then randomly take some things and they end up in losses. So the people who have started learning in past, I have seen a good results from them. Okay, they put their hard work at that particular you know day, or that next day. They do their homework, they come well prepared, and then they execute the trades as per their plan. So we know the risk reward, I know how much loss I can take. Beyond that particular thing, I will not even watch unnecessary things. Okay, so this is really really important. Well, this is the thing which I always talk to my friends or students. It's important to know we should not be you know waiting for those tips or inside news. There's another thing, some sudden news. Okay, so just understand one thing. Now just now we spoke about the homework. Okay, and the homework is, it's important that we just don't follow somebody just like that. Okay, there might be some big guy making some huge investment in some stock. Okay, and we see that stock has again become half. So what kind of analysis we had on our own? We are just waiting, or somebody's told, okay, there is an inside news, guys, you buy this stock, it will become. And you go and check with maximum of the people, they'll give you the same feedback, that whatever was told like this. Okay, these kind of tips, inside news, whichever is given to the people, did they really make money? Okay, sometime it might be fluke, definitely, yes. you know but what is happening is, there are lots of these big fishes are building up a trap. There are lots of these tips, tricks, this inside news, something news, something will get triggered. Okay, and what will happen is, by the time you enter, they're already uploading their positions. Okay, now even news channels for that matter, you see any channels, they're talking about big things, you buy this stock, buy that stock. And interesting thing is, we have seen some of the people, they only follow against of that particular thing. They just take a reverse trade of whatever it is. So if somebody says buy escorts, they will sell escorts, and they actually make money out of it. So it is basically a psychology of these big people. They are already they're already in certain positions on those things, and then there is some news which comes, and then we play on that particular thing. Okay, now the other thing which I generally wanted to talk about is these you know sudden spikes. Now this is again related to some of the news. Okay, now suddenly some news is gonna come. Okay, now you would have seen recently, there is a sudden spike. Okay, the stock was Airtel, I guess. A sudden spike, and then we are we are into that particular trade, and we are like watching. Okay, and then I'm saying, oh, this is like the awesome trade. It is kind of given 7 8 points in 5 minutes. Now I want to make money out of it, and then if it is already given 7 8 points to me, or 7 8 points is already gone up, definitely the best point to buy. Okay, now the first thing is your homework. If it is not ready, you don't know the exact reversal point, or the resistance point, or the support point. What is that gonna happen is, you will buy that stock. Okay, at that high. Our work is not to do that. We don't want to buy at the top, we want to buy at the low and sell it to the high. Okay, so this Airtel example, somebody was talking about this particular thing, that the person saw suddenly there is a big movement which has happened. He missed out the initial trade. He had some basic analysis to it, and he took the trade at the top, where I had already shared that there is a resistance. Okay, it exactly, he bought it at that resistance, and the stock falls. Now the problem is, you got stuck, you can't get out of it. Yesterday there was another example, DLF suddenly move. Okay, but we know, okay, at this particular level it has to sustain, it has to give me a close, then only I'll be buying this particular stock. I'll not be buying this stock at this particular level. Now the problem is, people bought all these things, and on top of that people buy those things on option. Option movements are pretty crazy at that particular time. It will not move, either it will get stuck, because some or other way the short covering also has to happen there, or else the short covering is already happened. By the time the stock gives you a cash movement, it may not be there on options. So all these things need to be understood, guys. You don't, don't jump into the trade just because somebody is telling you. Just keep learning, that is important. Okay, you don't need, somebody, just giving you a big tips, because that person might be there today, tomorrow he might not be there day after tomorrow. So what will you do if the person is not there? Will you stop trading, or will you stop making money? There are lots of people who have just taken the stock market as a full-time career. So will those people stop? So it's the end of the day, whatever we learn, whatever we do, is the thing which will help us to grow in the stock market. There are all that analysis which talks about it. 95% of the people lose money, 85% of the people lose money, 89%. I don't know what all these things. The only thing is, if we have convinced with our own things, if we have that conviction that okay, my accuracy is this. Nobody can be 100%, but yes, 70%, 75% is something, is a good accuracy in the stock market. If you start making that with a proper risk reward, you will make money, that's for sure. Okay, thank you guys. We will have a good time going together. We will learn together, we'll grow together. Okay, so this is just a message for you guys. This is, I thought, okay, the psychology is something which we wanted to touch upon for a long time. The trading stop losses and other things, anyways, that is a part of thing for the next training, or the next video for me. So we will keep talking about it, we'll keep discussing on our channel. Okay, don't forget to comment your feedback, whatever it is, good, bad, ugly. Okay, I'll be happy to hear that. Keep liking that videos, keep subscribing to our channels, and don't forget to join our Telegram channel group for more learning. Thank you guys.